What is up guys, Moon Gummy here. Today we have a very interesting video. I actually wanted to show you guys what's on my Steam Deck. And if you guys don't know, Steam Deck is a kind of newer handheld. It's basically like a portable PC that you can play games on. Scaling from emulation to, newer games you can even play. Your whole Steam library you have access to. Some of the games aren't very compatible. It just depends. But I noticed that there's a workaround for a lot of stuff that's not generally playable. Like this here, Dragon Ball FighterZ. If you use the Proton, it's something called Proton, you can actually work around what would otherwise be an unplayable game on the Steam Deck. So right off the bat, I'm gonna start with what I have emulation wise and showing you guys kind of what you can do emulation wise. Obviously, I'm kind of new to the whole Steam Deck community, but I'm really liking this thing so far. There's a lot you can do if you are a fan of retro games, but you can see how this is kind of set up. There's different categories. There's even a whole emulation folder on my main homepage, and basically this is where I keep all of my emulators. And there's something called EmuDeck you can use to set all this up. And if you guys want me to show you how I did that, please leave a comment down below, because I can definitely do that. This is kind of our collection. I have a ton of games loaded up on my SD card here. There's actually a little spot down here for a micro SD card. So pretty cool. That's mainly why I wanted this thing, was the emulation. I really like playing old games, and to have the ability to play games from PS2 to PSP, PS3 even, is just awesome. And on the go too, that just makes it so much better. Let me load up the Dolphin emulator here and show you guys. The Dolphin emulator is basically a Wii and GameCube emulator. You can play tons of games. See here, I have a bunch of games loaded on here. And the really cool thing that I discovered you can actually do with Dolphin emulator is you can actually update the graphics settings and make the games look even more polished than they were back in the day, when these came out. You can make them like HD. People make HD texture packs too. It's just a really cool feature that I don't think a lot of emulation devices let you do, but it's really cool to see that feature on here. So let me just load up into like simple game like Animal Crossing here. You literally just double tap it, and the fact that this is on the go too is just really cool. You can play this anywhere. You don't even need Wi-Fi to play all these games, so really cool. It loads right up, and I actually have the settings to a higher resolution, which is awesome. And like I said, it just kind of loads right up, and the classic Animal Crossing theme playing. Yeah, this is just really cool. And I don't really get any frame drops when I'm playing games like the GameCube or anything from the older generation. It starts getting crazy when I get to around the PS3 Switch. Yeah, you can play Switch games on this thing. PS3 Switch, Xbox 360, that type of stuff kind of gets a little slower, but you can still make this thing a powerhouse. These are just all the games I have so far on my SD card, and you can add as many as your SD card will hold. Another really cool thing about the Steam Deck is you can get this little app called Emulation Station, and it kind of compiles all of your emulators together into one program. And that is a really helpful tool, because you don't want to have to be looking for games when you want to play kind of everything that you have. But yeah, there's different themes too. This isn't the only theme, but I have a lot of random games, so to have them all in one place is pretty nice. So let's just get into like Sega Genesis. I have a ton of random Sega Genesis games. They don't all have cover art, but there's a setting on here that lets you like download all the cover art in like PNGs and stuff. But there's just tons of games you can play on here. Let me just load up Comic Zone, because that's one of my favorite old school games on the Genesis. Yeah, I used to play a lot of the Genesis when I was a kid. That's like all we had at the time, besides like PS1. But yeah, man, this is Comic Zone on the Steam Deck. Everything looks really nice. I don't get a lot of problems with these old games, man. As you can see here, it kind of just maps to the controls, and you can change the controls around. You can even you can add controllers too, so that's really cool. And another really cool thing is with Emulation Station, it can play these little like preview movies of the games, and they're all different for what games you have. I just think that's a really cool like added little detail that they didn't have to add, but it's available to you. So here are my PS2 games. I have a few. I don't have too many on here, but I'm trying to get like a lot more. But yeah, this is Kingdom Hearts 1, one of my favorite games. Kingdom Hearts 2, another great game. Ultimate Alliance 2, Sonic Unleashed, which a lot of people don't know actually had a port to the PS2. It's mainly known for its Wii port, which is kind of funny, but I think it plays pretty well on the PS2. Nightmare Before Christmas, Oogie's Revenge, another really underrated banger on the PS2. It actually has lore from the movie that was not in the movie, so there's extended lore in this game. But yeah, that's the PS2 games. Like I said, not too many. Jumping over to the PSP library, I have a lot of cool games with no art. I'm still trying to get all the art set up, but just have some random games. Silent Hill Soul Eater, which is one I didn't know they made a game for. It's a really good anime. If you haven't watched it, I definitely recommend. Lego Indiana Jones. I used to play that a lot as a kid. Silent Hill. So yeah, I only have like 3 games on the PSP section. Like I said though, guys, you can load as many games on here as your memory will hold. So something really funny just happened. This was just actually delivered to me while I was recording this video. This is the dock for this, so that's pretty cool. I will show you guys how that works when I get this all set up. And yeah, I actually had no idea this was supposed to come today, but this is the dock. It's the Initech little dock here. It's not the official dock because the official one is like $80 right now. But this should just work the same way. I can plug in an HDMI, a USB, an Ethernet, and even a USB-C. So, and there's 2 more ports on the side, so it'll be really useful for videos and stuff. This was kind of the whole breakdown of what's on my Steam Deck. Let me show you guys one more thing here. If you go to this plugins thing here, you can get this by installing Decky Loader. If you guys want a tutorial on how I did that, leave a comment down below. But this basically lets you customize the entire Steam Deck. There's a lot you can do. I'm serious, guys. There's a lot you can add to this to make it your own little device here. The CSS loader, which is kind of a whole move, to be honest. If you guys have a Steam Deck, I definitely recommend turning on CSS loader. You can change how all of the menu looks, and there's a lot you can add. See here, I have so much enabled. It makes it look kind of like a switch. But yeah, guys, this was my overview of my Steam Deck. I have a long way to go with what I want to actually do on this thing, but I kind of wanted to show you guys what I was working with so far and take you guys on this journey with me. If you guys have any recommendations on what I should add to this thing or little things that I didn't really talk about, let me know down in the comments, because I am always looking for new things to do on this thing. So if you guys liked the video, please leave a like. Like I said, comment down below if you guys have anything you want to add. Subscribe if you're new. I really appreciate that. And let's get this channel to 1K on here, dude. That would be crazy. Thank you guys so much for watching today, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.